to Rishabh Pant once again. This time straying down the leg side, and he's played it off his legs. Work for the fielder in the deep, who cuts off the ball, puts in a diving effort, and some cheer from the crowd for his efforts there. Meanwhile, the batsmen are able to come back for 2 runs, and India's score moves on to 370 for 9. But just before we let you go, Dick, then what do you think of India's
Let
shot?
me go or kick me out. I'll let you go because we'll be needing you back again shortly.
What do you think of India's chances in this series?
I think it's going to. I'm going to sit on the fence here. I think it's going to be a very good series, provided that the weather lasts. I just have this nasty feeling that the weather might break completely, and I just hope it doesn't ruin the series, because this can't go on forever. I know we've been saying that for 2 months, but no, I think we're in for a very, very good series. So after a few more words from Cheaton, he'll be joined by Stefan.
Spoken like a true Englishman, who are all praying for the weather to change and get some rain in. Change ends Rishabh Pant on strike, or in fact it's Ravindra Jadeja on strike, and we have Sneijder continuing from the river end. Played it down back to the bowler for just a dot delivery. Jadeja is on 11 of 17 balls. Well, you'll be hearing these voices again and again. We will, as we welcome back Stefan on air with us.
I'm a bit late. Been having to do things for BBC Radio 5 Live in the World Service.
Sneijder continues to Jadeja. Fuller, this time on the front foot, drives the ball underground and field it at mid-off by Matt Dixon. So no run added there. We'll all be late time and again today, because it's just 3 of us calling the game, and we have our fingers in all different sort of pies here.
We have to start writing soon. When the England squad arrives.
Waiting for the England Test squad to be announced to ship off a report back home. Sneijder runs in once again. Jadeja facing 2 slips, waiting. This time drifted down towards the leg side and just off the pads, and to the field at square leg for a run. India 371 for 9. It'll be Rishabh Pant on strike now.
I mean, this has got to be the highest quality 10th wicket partnership ever.
Absolutely.
Anywhere in any game of cricket.
Or at least I can stick my head out and say at least at this crowd.
If you've got any suggestions, #BBC Cricket, of a better 10th wicket partnership than this.
Sneijder running into Rishabh Pant, this time on the leg stump, and what a brilliant shot that is from Pant. Chase for the fielder, who tried to dive and stop it but was not successful as the ball reaches the boundary. Another 4 for Rishabh Pant, who's quickly moving on to 19 of just the 14 balls faced. India now 375 for 9.
Yeah, lovely from Pant, just angling into the pads, and his length on that one through mid-wicket. It took 4 to the longest part of the ground.
That is quite a long boundary, and the ease with which the ball reached there just showed how much Rishabh Pant put into it. And he is a brilliant player, one for the future, as everyone around India, everyone invested in cricket in India, in fact, and that is usually the definition of everyone, is highly interested in Rishabh Pant's career graph. Sneijder running in once more. 2 deliveries left in this over. This time wide outside the off stump, and he's cut it away past the slip cordon. The fielder at third man has no chance. The umpire just waiting for a signal to check whether it was 4 or 6. Now he signals it's a boundary, and he's motoring along now. Rishabh Pant moves into the 20s. 23 of 15 back-to-back boundaries. 379 for 9.
Why do you think we've seen... I mean, it's unlikely that Rishabh Pant will play next week, isn't it?
Yes.
Why do you think we've seen him back rather than, say, Ravi Ashwin?
Come back to that as Sneijder, last ball of this over, round the wicket to Rishabh Pant on the front foot and defends it straight to the fielder at mid-on. That's the end of the over. India 379 for 9 after 96 overs. Now I'll continue talking and answer your question. It's a tough one to answer, really.
I think Ashwin just didn't fancy a bat.
He's been batting in the nets. He batted yesterday at lunch. I thought I saw him batted up in the morning during warm-up as well. So it's really interesting why he hasn't come out to bat, because I was surprised when Ravi Jadeja walked out to bat, because usually even in Test cricket, when both Jadeja and Ashwin are part of the same 11, It's Ashwin who bats ahead. He's batted as high as number 5 or 6, so again it's a real surprise.
And the scoreboard operator's been trying to get Ashwin out to the ball of every wicket.
Yes, I mentioned that while I was in there with Dick, that at the fall of every wicket we see Ashwin's name, but he's not come out to bat. As we have a bowling change, Matt Dixon coming in from the Hayes end. It's Ravi Jadeja facing, lets this one go to the wicketkeeper. It was wide outside the off stump, full of delivery though. Might have been tempted to play at it, but decided against it.
It's been a much more circumspect Ravi Jadeja than what we have been used to here in England, certainly. Often when Jadeja has batted in red ball cricket against England, we've seen him quite skittish, very aggressive, unorthodox. Can often be troubled by extreme pace, which Essex aren't blessed with today.
Dixon into Jadeja, this time close to the off stump. It was back of the length. He decided to go on the back foot and let the ball go back to the wicketkeeper again. But this time it just angled in and, like I said, was very close to the off stump. Good leave.
Yeah, there's only two kinds of leave. Good and bad.
Well, his judgment, or I think he hoped his judgment was on point on that last delivery, and indeed it was. Otherwise, it would have been the end of the Indian innings. Just been under an hour's play today. And India have motored along. Dixon once again to Jadeja, 2 slips in waiting. This time on the leg stump and into his patch. Tried to clip it down the leg side, but a play and a miss.
You think that we could be in for our highest temperature ever recorded in the UK tomorrow?
99-degree Fahrenheit.
Well, yeah, there's all sorts of numbers being bandied around.
Degree Fahrenheit, 99.
99, yeah.
But there's also, last night I was checking a few reports, there was also this warning of torrential downpour.
Oh, it will come.
Yeah, it will, yes. I think it was in the first couple of weeks here on this tour. As Dixon, once again, I'll come back to that. Dixon running in and Jadeja facing. This time again, drifting down towards the leg side, played off his pads down towards fine leg as the batsman crossed over for a single. One more added as the umpire signals for leg by. So that's added to India's total, who've moved on to 380 for 9. Jadeja still on 11.
Already today it feels warmer than it did yesterday. There's no breeze coming through the commentary box window. That was what kept us cool yesterday. And I was out and about in Chelmsford this morning, and even at half 8, 9 o'clock, you could just tell it was going to be a hotter day today than it was yesterday. And yesterday was warm.
I'm wearing different shoes, a very light t-shirt as well. It's too hot, just too hot as Dixon continues to toil down the leg side, punt again off his pads. Fine leg fielder being made to work again. That's Aaron Beard. This time, the umpire makes no signal, so that's a run added to Rishabh Pant's tally, who moves on to 24 of 17 balls, 381 for 9. So again, it was an early conversation on this trip, I think, with a fellow colleague. I remember saying, it's not raining at this moment, but when it does start to rain, it won't stop for a while. Won't you like that? We'll come back to that as Dixon runs in once again to Jadeja facing this time Fuller on the off stump. He tries but finds the fielder at extra cover.
How have you, and at the end of the over it's 381 for 9, how have you and the rest of everyone who's travelled from India enjoyed these temperatures? Were you hoping to come to England for some respite from the extreme temperatures that you get at home?
Half my clothes are warm. So I thought it would be warmer shirts than we are used to wearing in India, and perhaps a couple of jackets. Let me tell you, they just packed in at the lowest levels of my heavy 23-kilo suitcase, as I've had no use for them. I'm recycling my summer clothes again and again, as there's no change in the bowling. We have Slater coming back from the river end, and he'll be bowling to Rishabh Pant. 2 slips still in position, although he'll be changing the line, changing the angle. He'll be coming around the wicket this time. There's backward point, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, and mid-wicket in position as well. Slater to Rishabh Pant, and play and a miss. That's a good ball. Drove him, got him driving forward. He was on the front foot, but the ball angled across and has beaten Pant ball ends up. Brilliant ball there from Snater.
Yeah, he's a guy we didn't see yesterday, Snater, but he's been impressive so far today.
Just enticing the batsman to come forward and smack it for four, but a play and a miss there. Snater once again to punt. This time Fuller, and on the front foot once again, got down on one knee and drove, but found the field at cover. And I just read this tweet: India's number 10 and 11 have 4 first-class triple hundreds between them. So like I said, or like we discussed, this is a very high-quality last-wicket pairing, perhaps the highest quality last-wicket pairing ever seen at Essex Cricket County Club.
And we have the England Test squad.
Oh, we do.
And
after this delivery, coming back to you, Stephen. Snater to Rishabh Pant, this time standing on to his crease, standing tall, dabbed it down towards backward point, no run added.
Well, there are a lot of headlines. Adil Rashid is included.
Okay.
Despite opting out of playing first-class cricket over the winter. Moeen Ali is recalled. There is no place for either Dominic Bess or Jack Leach. Chris Woakes is not fit enough, so Sam Curran retains his place, and also very interested to members of these parts. Remember, we're on Sports Extra and BBC Essex. The Essex pace bowler Jamie Porter is called up for the first time.
Snater to Rishabh Pant is drifting down the leg, and he's just held the ball along past the wicketkeeper. No chance for Fine Leg to cut that one off. Another boundary for Pant. He moves on to 28 of 21 balls. It's 385 for 9 and 7. We were talking about Porter yesterday, weren't we?
We were, and he was a man who was thought to be strongly in contention for the second test against Pakistan at Headingley. He just missed out, so that the England squad in full is Joe Root, Moeen Ali, Jimmy Anderson, Johnny Bairstow, Stuart Broad, Joss Butler, Alistair Cook, Sam Curran, Keaton Jennings, Dawid Malan, Jamie Porter, Adil Rashid and Ben Stokes. And Chetan Narula is a man who's got to go off and write about this.
After this over, as Snater runs into Rishabh Pant, and Fuller delivery on the off stump and on the front foot, drives, find the fielder straight at cover, scores still at 385 for 9. Still have a couple of balls to go, so I think can wait for that. But again, interesting that both Moeen Ali and Adil Rashid are back. More importantly, what sort of a message does it send out? Because Adil Rashid had said that he's not going to play any red ball cricket.
Yeah, I mean, that is what's going to cause the headlines. So it's interesting. It's a very un-England thing to do. Dominic Bess and Jack Leach were the men in possession. Bess hasn't been able to get into the Somerset squad, and Rashid has probably been the form spinner in the country so far.
Snater for the last ball of his third over. Play and a miss from Pant once again, asking the batsman to come forward and drive the ball. He was on his front foot and went for the drive, but completely missed. That's a good over, despite that odd boundary. End of his third over in this spell. 13 overs overall. India 385 for 9. You'll hear from Stephen Moore as I go back to write my report.
Thanks, Chetan. Players are going to take drinks at the end of the first hour of this second day. India 385 for 9, Jadeja 11, Rishabh Pant 28. If you're just joining us, they began the day on 322 for 6. They've lost Dinesh Karthik for 82, Karen Nair for 4, and Hardik Pandya for 51. Jadeja and Pant, no mugs with the bat. 4 first-class triple centuries between them, because India have 18 players available to them in this match. They are batting at 10 and 11. So one more wicket for Essex to take here on BBC Radio 5 Live Sports Extra and BBC Essex. But the big news surrounding English cricket at the moment is the announcement of that first test squad. You can hear full details across the BBC and read more on the BBC Sport website. To reiterate, Adil Rashid, the man who opted out of first-class cricket over the winter, is recalled to the England Test side. No place for Dominic Bess or Jack Leach. Moeen Ali also earns a recall, so England have the option of playing 2 spinners. And Dick Davis, a first call-up for Jamie Porter.
Yes, it's I think it's a little bit of a surprise to my mind, because he hasn't had quite as good a season as he had last year. He had a spectacular season last year. This year he just had a very good season, but it was, well, nothing is inevitable in life, but it was pretty likely he was going to get a test call at some stage. So I'm sure Essex supporters will be delighted on his behalf. Let's just hope that he actually gets I would be at best a little bit miffed, I think. And similarly, if I were Yorkshire supporters, I'd be extremely miffed. You know, what a cavalier, what an almost arrogant attitude it is, just to say, well, I'll play for England, but not for my county. Well, I think I've expressed my view now, pretty unambiguously.
We're expecting plenty of reaction across that. In fact, there was, looking around social media today, there was lots of people almost preempting Adil Rashid's selection, saying that they would be unhappy if he was picked in the squad. Just to your point about Jamie Porter, he's taken more wickets than any other seam bowler over the past two seasons of the county championship. He's the only seam bowler in the county championship in 2017 and 2018 with more than 100 wickets. He has 103 to his name. Just behind him, Joe Leach with 92, Darren Stevens 86, Ben Code 83 and Jofra Archer 80. Those statistics coming from CricViz. So he's earned his spot.
Certainly has.
The chances are he's probably there as cover, because if you think that Sam Curran is the man in possession, he played in the last Test match, and there's also the option that England will go in with two spinners. But the interesting development, I guess, is more for the second Test, when England will not have Ben Stokes. That is when he is due to stand trial, and he will miss the second Test match at Lords. So if England want more pace bowling options, then maybe Jamie Porter becomes more of an option then. We're told that Porter has earned a spot ahead of Chris Woakes and Mark Ward, both of whom are unfit. Mark Ward had a scan on an injury, I think it was an injured heel, earlier on this week. Chris Woakes, who's returning from injury, has been determined to be not quite ready to play Test cricket. So Porter, the next man in line, and you think you've leapt over bowlers like Tom Curran, who played over the winter, also Craig Overton, and Jamie Overton, who has been talked about very heavily after he showed good pace for Somerset so far this season. So congratulations to Jamie Porter, but probably won't be the story nationally. A lot of focus will be on the likes of Adil Rashid, especially, and also the recall of Moeen Ali.
Yes, that's right. Well, in a way, that will suit Porter fine if he sort of creeps in under the radar, because he's not a mentally, or his attitude is not the stereotypical fast bowler's attitude as well. He's a very sort of quietly spoken, sort of unobtrusive, shy, retiring sort of fellow, delightful character. Doesn't have the normal sort of hellfire and brimstone attitude of seam bowlers, and he'll be quite happy that the spotlight isn't on him, and that it's in fact on others.
So Matt Dixon, from the Hayes close end, drinks have concluded, and Dixon's in now to Jadeja, who defends into the offside from the crease, and there's no run. India 385 for 9. Jadeja has 11 from 24 deliveries. Pant has 28 rather from 23 deliveries. I think the phone you can hear in the background is Chetan Narula, who I think is, no, it's not Chetan Narula, I wonder if he was getting lots of messages from India discussing the Test squad. But it remains a wonderful day here at Chelmsford. Warm and sunny. Gulls have blown in from the sea. You can just hear them in our effects like they're flying high overhead. As Dixon is in once more. It's outside the off stump, and Jadeja leaves alone.
Yeah, the sea is 20 miles away, but yeah, it might have made its way up the A130, I think it is.
You know, sometimes, I don't know how true this is, but I was told it once, that birds, sometimes they mistake roads for bodies of water. So they'll follow roads thinking that they'll find food.
Oh. But simply they hover over roads anyway, don't they? Waiting for creatures to get killed.
True. What a lovely thought. Dixon comes running into Jadeja at the off stump and left alone. 385 for 9. What's this stand to our right here?
The Tom Pearce stand.
So in the Tom Pearce stand, there are two chaps sitting right at the back of the Tom Pearce stand, and there is almost no shade around Chelmsford. The stand to our left, Dick, underneath the tree, which one's that?
Well, that is what's called the community stand, really.
So the community stand, that's the only one with cover, really, unless you're underneath the second tier, the bottom tier of the Tom Pearce stand. The two fellas who've unfurled a very colourful umbrella to shield themselves from the sun. Here comes Dixon to Jadeja, and once more that's outside the off stump, and again, Jadeja not interested in playing. And they caught my eye during the drinks break. I was almost distracted from the England Test squad because they were having such a battle with that umbrella.
Oh, were they?
They looked like two guys who were on the beach battling with a windbreak. Now it is up, and I can see yellow, red, green and blue.
Yes.
And they look very well sheltered from the sunshine.
We hasten to add they're in the back row. They wouldn't be very popular if they were anywhere other than the back row.
It's a huge umbrella. It's the sort you might put over a table in a pub or your back garden.
Right.
Dixon in, he bowls. It's a straight delivery that Jadeja wristily clips towards long leg. There is work for the fielder to do there. It comes round, so there's just a single taken. Matt Quinn firing the ball back in to Michael Pepper. The score moves on to 386 for 9.
Yes, that's the preferred option for the members to watch from the top of the Tom Pearce stand. Although many days, this last couple of months, they've been choosing to watch from underneath, out of the sun and in the shade down below. I should imagine it's full down there. We can't see, our views are obscured, but I would imagine that's full as well.
Better took a couple to Jadeja back on strike. 387 for 9. Dixon is in. It's a lovely stroke from Jadeja, but well fielded at points. Jadeja forcing off the back foot. It was Rishi Patel who did the fielding at points, preventing a certain boundary. Instead, he parried the ball and they took one. India 388 for 9 at the end of the over. Jadeja has 14 and Pat 28.
The batsman out today, Kartik, the very first ball of the day, caught by Dixon at a very wide third man or deep backward point. Caught by Dixon off Walter for his overnight score of 82. Then Nair was bowled by Beard, a delivery that he played on to such an extent that the ball only just dislodged the bail. He was bowled for 4. And Pandya was caught in the covers by Rishi Patel off the bowling full. Walter for, I didn't write that down, for 51. And the wickets going up to 322, 328 and 354.
Shane Slater into bowl to Jadeja, who edges all along the ground towards the second slip, where Matt Cole falls like a tree in the forest, just about gets his left hand down to prevent any runs being scored. Jadeja, a wiry figure, very slender, aggressively cutting down the surface of the pitch with his bat in his right hand, and now he flexes his knees a couple of times and adjusts the blue helmet on his head, jams his hands against his thigh pad and waits for the dark-haired snake who's down the track. Jadeja meeting the ball with a defensive stroke. Slater imitates to throw the ball back at Jadeja, who then holds his bat up as almost like a shield to say, it's okay, I'm retreating. Get excited.
And the smell of cooking food wafts in on the breeze, which is pleasant in a way, but quite frustrating in another.
The outfield is parched, turned to sand in places. Slater walks back towards us. Now he's away from us on his way to Jadeja, who inside edges to take a single. Slater was almost up celebrating, but instead he's frustrated and walking back to his mark with his hands running through his dark hair. 389 for 8.
I did actually witness rain last Friday. I was at Cheltenham, where I commentated on half of Essex's T20 game against Gloucestershire. And then, well, if not the heavens opened, then there was enough rain to abandon things for the rest of the evening. So, yeah, rain is sort of wet stuff that we used to see a lot of in this country.
Slater has a bandage on his left arm. He's in now to Rizar Pat, who digs out a very full delivery. The ball goes into the covers where Varun Chopra does the fielding. Chopra in the covers today after shelling a couple of catches at first slip yesterday.
But we are promised, and I think I mean promised rather than threatened, we are promised heavy rain today and or tomorrow, which will please most people really, but especially gardeners and farmers, I suppose.
So 389 for 9. Essex 1 wicket away from getting out of the heat and having a bat. Slater into Rizar Pat, who's pulling aerially. It's a bit of a top edge. The mid-wicket fielder's running backwards, but it drops safely over his shoulder, and they'll run a couple. think it was Aaron Niger at midwicket, actually Ferro's Kushi, running back. He was looking at the ball as it dropped over his shoulder. Safe enough in the end, 391 for 9. Rizal Pant on to 30, 25 deliveries.
Cricket club groundsmen will also welcome the rain when it arrives, very much. Not just in county grounds, but club grounds all over the country.
Pant taps his bat twice, 3 times, 4, and now he faces Snake, so that goes off the pad towards long leg. He'll go for 4. Runs actually given. Pant just flicking the ball away, went very fine, and the long leg fielder moving to his left couldn't cut it off before it rattled into the red advertising board. And at the end of the over, India are 395 for 9. Jadeja has 15. Pant has 34. We talk about the rain, Dick. It's almost like Game of Thrones when you're waiting for the dragons to come. Waiting for the rain. Or when Adrian Mole in books from the 1980s, when he said that his house was waiting for the gyro check. Wait for the rain. Because it seems like it's been promised for a little while now.
Well, it has, you're right, yes. But I think all the signs are that it really will arrive in the next 36 hours, say. By the time we go to bed tomorrow night, I'm sure.
Is that the whole country or just...
No, I think most of the country, yes.
So Matt Dixon, right arm over, dark hair, down the track is Ravi Jadeja. And gets nowhere near it really. I think Dixon saw him coming and fired it a little bit wider. And the ball goes through to Michael Pepper. Maybe a signal of intent.
It was certainly more than a little premeditated.
And Essex, they may just be thinking about batting now. Their incentive to bat well and bat long when they do get their chance is that the longer they bat, the less they will have to field tomorrow.
Yes, that's true.
So Dixon, with 30 on his back, he turns at the far end of the ground, the Hayes close end, and now with a slightly angled run up, he's in, and he bowls to Jadeja, who's got it and caught a cover. Brilliant catch! Ferro's Kushi at cover has taken off to his left and snavelled a brilliant take. Ravi Jadeja, the ball before, he signalled his intent by running down the pitch. This time he was driving uppishly, no feet, leaning back. And Kushi, goalkeeper style, took off and took the ball in both hands and did very well to hang on as he hit the ground after almost hanging parallel just for a nanosecond. So Jadeja, the last man to go for 15, and India are 395 all out. Reza Pant is the not-out batsman on 34, and there'll be a short break before Essex get the chance to bat. And Dick, what a catch that was.
It was fantastic, wasn't it? Yes, I mean, it came out of the middle of the bat. It wasn't a thick edge or anything like that, and it hurtled towards the fielder who, I mean, the only thing that made it slightly easy was at least it was at sort of shoulder height, something like that, maybe just below shoulder height. But no, that was spectacular by any means of judging it. And so Essex will have, it's now, they'll come out to batting. They'll have just over half an hour's batting before lunch, which will be very interesting and no doubt very testing for them. Who it will be who bats, well, the card suggests Brown and Chopra, but I don't think Chopra's even been out there this morning. I don't know if he was around yesterday. And yeah, such is the nature of these games. Everything's a little bit vague, as you can probably tell. But certainly, 2 batsmen will come out and hope to not only to bat well, but first and foremost, still to be there when lunch is taken half an hour later.
So if you're just joining us on BBC Radio 5 Live Sports Extra or online with BBC Essex, India are all out for 395. They began the day on 322 for 6, though they have lost 4 wickets this morning for 73 runs. If I go through the card, we go all the way back to yesterday. Shikhar Dhawan was the very first man to go from his first delivery, 3 deliveries into the match. He was caught behind off James Foster from the bowling of Matt Coles, and Coles very next up.
आता चलून जाऊंगा बैटरीज में नहीं है
About that. Oh, this could be six. It is six. It's 15 yards over the top. Incredible stuff. That's using the pace to your advantage when your eye is at its very best. How do you do this? How look at it, avoid him. He saw it coming, he had to throw everything, get everything out of the way. There was a bit of preservation in that too. Oh, it's staggering. It's absolutely staggering. Oh, look, I said it before, there's dentists all around New Zealand, around the world, rubbing their hands together here because there's people going to try this at twilight cricket, club cricket, mercantile cricket, and it ain't going to work for them. You got to acknowledge that every now and then you get beaten to the punch, and Tate, I think, does that. Oh, thrash square, another single. Oh, McCullum, Brendan McCullum. Just sensed yesterday in talking to him that he wasn't going to be tame. Whatever happened today was going to be done at pace.
Just the way that they came out. Look at the boundary scored behind square on the leg side. And the ones that are very fine on the leg side, they're not inside edges or French cuts, they're purposefully hit there. He got underway with that big 75-metre one over cover.
Well, there's a one-day series coming, folks. Get your tickets because this is terrific stuff. You don't want to miss it. All around New Zealand. That's wide. That's very wide. They're going to run one too. Oh, and he's missed. There could be extras. No. It's all on Australia. No one's coming at them like this summer.
I'll tell you what, just for a minute, I think Tate may have had a frog in his throat because when he let that go, he very nearly threw that for overthrows the whole way. It's a no ball too. McCullum doing the right thing. He's down there for the free hit. And I think just then he thought, oh, have I made a mistake?
He tried to run the line of the throw too, Nathan. He just beat him to the punch. That's gone. That has gone. Good fielding. Christian. Brendan McCullum, he disappointed there. That for him was almost a freebie.
Oh, it was a gift. The mood and the form he's in right now.
192 for 6 and still 10 deliveries. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Remaining. Brendan McCullum back on strike, is it? No.
So this is how they've tried to bowl to Brendan McCullum. Look at those boundaries, those red deliveries there. Those are the ones that have been dispatched.
Well, he's forced them to scatter their approach. He's forced them to almost bowl all over the show.
It's going to be 6 more. It's even bigger. It's even bigger. Brothers, I can't believe how well he is playing this shot. I just can't. It's the undefendable shot. Will they put a long stop in? Because they simply have to. He's just not missing it.
The long stop's not going to matter either. It's going to go sailing over his head by 10 yards.
That is 155k too, folks, by the way. That's why it's going all the way for 6, because the pace is New Zealand's friend tonight. It's not its enemy. 114. He's one blow away from the biggest, the greatest of all time. Cranking it out to cover it. He'll keep the strike. What an over. Another ball to come, in fact, because
inside edge. Woakes has 3. England have 3. India, a whole heap of trouble. Top 3 have gone. Dhawan, the latest for 11, 25 for 3.
2 of India's senior-most players out there in the centre.
This happens to Yuvraj Singh. The moment the ball is short, you get 4 runs for it. It's going to be another 4, this time a full ball. It's taken the pace off, but still enough legs. 50 comes up for India.
Jabbed away, typical Dhoni. Oh, what a shot that was. What a shot, a big high backlift followed by the short arm jab.
50 for Yuvraj, played really well today. Team in a little bit of trouble, player under pressure, showed all his experience. Shot, that's more like it, that's what Dhoni's itching to do. Think about making a change though, what a shot that is. And greeted with a little clip off the legs, beautifully timed again. Lovely shot, beautiful shot, didn't try and hit that too hard, he just leant on it.
Another boundary this time for Dhoni. This time he used his feet perfectly. Not the middle of the bat, but it'll do. It's gone up in the air. It's gone a long way up in the air. Not an easy catch. Put him down in the end. Always going away from him. Jake Ball did all the yards, but it was always just drifting away.
Edged past the keeper and into the fence. So 50 for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Oh, he blazes away. That reaches the boundary in a flash. There was width on offer and he threw his arms at it. Oh, what a shot that is. There you go. 14th one-day 100 for Yuvraj Singh. His 4th against England. And once again showing the world why he'll go down as one of the great one-day players of all time.
Yeah, he's had to battle along, hasn't he? Off the field, and now on the field he's shown his class.
Oh, hammered away. 1 bounce over the rope.
Hasn't come from the middle of the bat, but still enough to get over the boundary. 202 the partnership. This one will stay hit once again. It's a gorgeous shot from Yuvraj Singh. What an innings. This innings will be remembered for a long, long time. It's gorgeous again. It's flat, but it's gone the distance. What an innings this is from Yuvraj Singh. Reaches his best in one-day internationals. Field and up goes the finger. Up goes the finger from Anil Chaudhary, and Yuvraj Singh was quick enough to ask for a review.
Yeah. You can go to ultra edge. Roll forward, roll forward. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Anil definitely ball touched the bat, but after that ball bounced it. So I recommend you to reverse your decision. I'm happy with that. You can cue the on-field umpire. Anil, you're on the screen.
Strokes away nicely to long off. Picks up another single. Takes him to 150. It's gone after it. Oh, it's hit the cables, I think. No cables here. That's a Dhoni special. How many times we've seen that? Moves on to 99. It's gone up and Hales has a chance here. No, doesn't get there. But Dhoni gets a single. And look at the calmness on the man as well. Captain is pumped up. Dhoni gets 100. His 10th one-day international 100. Outside edge, finally they get the wicket.
simple for Butler. The crowd is very quiet, but Yuvraj has played a simply brilliant innings for his team.
Kedar Jadhav, 120 of 76 balls in the last match.
At Scarborough. A flurry of wickets put Yorkshire on the back foot after day one. The home side needed to wrap the Essex innings up early on the second morning to stand any chance of getting a result. With the morning